Hi everybody, Dan Illman here taking a look at the co-feature race at Delaware Park on Saturday. Let's throw up the field for the Grade 3 Delaware Oaks. We're going 1.16 miles on the main track. This race for 3-year-old fillies with a $300,000 purse. Now, wet weather forecasted later this week. We're filming this on Thursday into the weekend at Delaware. There could be a wet track. I talked to the trainer of the morning line favorite in this race, the number 7 Crazy Beautiful. That's trainer Kenny McPeak. He doesn't seem phased at all about the prospect of wet weather. He is very confident the Crazy Beautiful can handle all kinds of footing. Crazy Beautiful, of course, is the horse to beat. She has only been out of the exacta twice in her career, and those races were pretty tough. The Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies last year and the Kentucky Oaks. We take a look at the Timeform U.S. pace projector for this race. Crazy Beautiful is the kind of filly that likes a little bit of pace in front of her. She was a bit close to the pace last time out when she won the Summertime Oaks, but that was a 4-horse field with not a lot of pace. She pretty much had no recourse but to be close. I think if she's going to get a fair pace in here, she should come with her run. The number 1 is Orb's Baby Girl. Orb's Baby Girl is also cross-entered in the Christiana Stakes on turf as a main track only entrant. So we'll see what the forecast holds for Orb's Baby Girl. She has speed, and Timeform US projects that she'll be able to make the lead as she did in her most recent start, the off-the-turf Penn Oaks, where she was able to get right to the front. We're going to watch that race right now and sprint on home. 81 Buyer's speed figure puts her in the mix. That race over a sloppy track. So I'm curious to see what trainer Anthony Margada does. Does he run the main track only in the Christiana? Does he run here in the Grade 3 Delaware Oaks where there's a chance she can get to the early lead? The number 2 is Exogen, another horse that has won over wet going in the past. This horse is stretching out in distance. She has raced around 2 turns once in the past. The Weber City Miss at Pimlico on April the 24th, and I couldn't find much of an excuse that day. She was close to the pace. The distance-loving Miss Leslie got her in the stretch. Her Buyer speed figures pale in comparison to those of the top contenders. She's going to have to improve. We watch Exogen finish second in her most recent race at Parks, going 6.5 furlongs. It was a solid effort. She saved ground. She tried hard in the stretch, but the Buyer only came back a 61. Midnight Obsession is the number 3. This is a very promising Pennsylvania bred, one of 2 in here trained by John Service. She won her first 2 starts, and then she came back in this race, the Leafard, against older fillies and mares on Penn Oaks evening at Penn National. Now, I talked to John Service. Service said he had the choice to run her in the Leafard against older horses or the Penn Oaks against 3-year-old fillies. He wanted to run her with Lasix. He ran her in the Leafard. She ran quite well against older fillies and mares. 3 races in her last 2 Buyers really match up very well with the likes of Crazy Beautiful. 4-1 on the morning line. Joe Bravo retains the mount. The number 4 is Juror number 4, and this filly is going to try to stretch out for the first time in her career. She's by into mischief out of a Malibu Moon mare, but there is a lot of speed in this pedigree. I'm beginning to wonder if Juror number 4 is going to eventually be best as a 1-run, late-running sprinter. She has had trouble, though, in both starts this year, and she showed that she could run a little bit last year when stakes placed behind Maryland-bred 2-year-old champion filly Street Loot in that Maryland Juvenile Filly Championship. Juror number 4 in her first start of the year, going 6 furlongs. She was just buried in behind horses turning into the stretch. She didn't have anywhere to run till the last 16th of a mile, and then she moved on to finish solid second. And last time out in the Miss Preakness, she didn't break very well. Sheldon Russell did a good job getting her down to the preferred inside footing, and Juror number 4 again fired a bit in the lane. That race producing the runner-up to come back to win a 2 other than at Indiana Grand with an 80 Buyer, one of 2 next out winners to emerge from the Miss Preakness. Here's Hybrid Eclipse, who's also cross-entered in the Christiana for trainer Linda Rice. This one has won 3 of her last 4, including this race at Parks, when entered for a $50,000 tag. Good tactical speed showed by Hybrid Eclipse in this race. She really always has this field well within her sights, and she gets away at the end to win by a measured length. Hybrid Eclipse 10-1 on the morning line. She would have to try a wet track for the first time if there is precipitation in the area. I do like her tactical speed. We'll see if she is truly a stakes horse. The 6th leader of the band figures to be forwardly placed. This is the other service-trained runner. Let's watch her most recent start, and now winners of 1 other than back on May the 3rd. She sat just off of another horse going 7/8 of a mile, sprinted by in the stretch, won by 5. Like the way she sat. I think that bodes well for her. She wasn't speed crazy in her her sprint races, especially last time, and maybe going 2 turns she'll be able to relax and conserve her speed for the end. This will be her first route race. Crazy Beautiful is the number 7. Crazy Beautiful is the horse to beat. She's already won the Summertime Oaks. She's already won the Gulfstream Park Oaks. Let's watch the Summertime Oaks. Again, only a field of 4, but there was a pretty good filly in here, trained by Dick Mandela. That's Soothsay, and Crazy Beautiful saved ground under Mike Smith, angled to the outside, turning for home. She won this race, I think, a bit easier than it looks. 84 Beyer speed figure, somewhat concerning that she hasn't run that fast race just yet, but this is going to be her first start with Lasix. McPeak does very good work moving horses on and off Lasix, and Crazy Beautiful is just simply the horse to beat based on her credentials. The 8 is She a Hot Mess. Let's watch She a Hot Mess's most recent start at Delaware, shipping up from Delta. She goes 2 turns and she does it quite well. She gets a little bit of pace. She comes with a run. She's going to get up at 7-1. She has never been off the board from 5 lifetime starts, but like a couple of others in this field, she really has to improve from a Beyer standpoint. 67 Beyer last time out. Baby Gundon completes this field. She was second last time out at Delaware. It was her first start back up from Tampa Bay. She showed some tactical speed that day. She was no match for the winner at a big price. You get the feeling the connections are taking a shot here with another horse whose Beyers are quite light. Taking a look at the top picks in here, Crazy Beautiful just looks very, very tough to beat at a short price. We'll see if there is a wet track and if it works against her. I'm curious to see if Orb's Baby Girl runs here. If she does, you might want to give her a chance. She's 15-1 on the morning line. She could be the controlling speed down towards the inside, and she's proven her mettle over a wet track. 7-1-3-6 for me in the Grade 3 Delaware Oaks, one of 2 graded stakes races on a stakes-laden Saturday card at Delaware Park. Good luck.